Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. APW Sports signing in. I had to calm myself down because if you guys don't know, I am a massive Roman Reigns fan. And yes, my tribal chief is now back. But before I get into what happened as far as that goes, I got to talk about this whole night of Monday Night Raw, and I'm not gonna make this long. Let's just get right into it. As our new women's world champion, Naomi, who cashed in her Money in the Bank contract at Women's Evolution, is coming out with a promo, and this is how you know she's black. I haven't heard nobody. You raggedy heifers. That is one of the most blackest lines I've ever heard in WWE. When she said, any one of you raggedy heifers can step up to me. That is the blackest thing I've ever heard in WWE. That proves her blackness. But then Rhea comes out and Io comes out, both frustrated about how the match ended with Naomi coming in and cashing in. And understandably so. If I was them, I would be frustrated too. But at the end of the day, they're both wanting to come after the title. Adam Pearce comes out and makes it a triple threat at another big PLE for the world heavyweight, the women's world title. It was WrestleMania with these two plus Bianca. Now it's Rhea and Io plus the world champion now, Naomi. And first, I'm happy for Naomi. I hope this is a long run for her. I hope they don't just throw the title on Rhea. I hope they don't. Naomi deserves a long run because her heel work has been absolutely tremendous. And I just pray that they don't put the title on Rhea in that instance. But either way it goes, our first match of the night is the Kabuki Warriors versus the Judgment Day and Roxanne and Raquel. I keep messing up that name if you guys watched. But either way, they had Dirty Dom at the ringside. And Dirty Dom gets involved in what's a Judgment Day match without shenanigans, and the Judgment Day pick up the win. So it is what it is. I'm interested to see if this is going to carry forward to something at the Summerslam for the Women's World Tag Team Championships. I hope so, because I would like to see different team carry the titles at this point. But then we get Seth Rollins' faction with Paul Heyman, with Bron, some Reed, and Bron Breakker backstage, and Paul Heyman specifically said it's too early to tell when they're talking about Seth Rollins' injury at this point. I'm interested to see if this is a story work. It seems like it's not. I've been seeing reports that it could be a work. I don't know. I think it's something real. I think it's something significant. Me, personally, I think it's a real thing. But then we had Lyra Valkyria backstage discussing and getting frustrated with Bayley before their 2 out of 3 falls match to qualify to face Becky Lynch at SummerSlam. Bayley gets the first fall early, catching Lyra off guard. Then Lyra gets the second fall, reversing a move that was a hell of a reversal. Then, great match. Another great match with these two women, which ends up seeing Lyra picking up the win. Now, I'm interested to see if they're going to go the route of maybe, like I said, I really feel that the triple threat should have been saved for SummerSlam. I personally believe that, even though we already have one triple threat announced tonight. But I would love to have seen this triple threat that happened at Evolution, even though that was a great match as well, at SummerSlam. Lyra picks up the win, but Becky comes out and confronts Lyra. And that is the one-on-one match for the third time. We have Lyra win 1, Becky win 2. Who is going to win this third match? Who are they going to put over? Is it going to be Becky still, or is it going to be Lyra? We shall see. I'm interested to see how this story comes out. But then we have Stephanie Vaquer and the Secret Hervis and Chelsea Green backstage. And Chelsea Green seems like she's getting into it with everybody, but seems so because the woman is annoying. Great in the ring, annoying character work. It works though, so hey. Stephanie Vaquer coming off of her Battle Royal win to get a title match at Clash in Paris later in August. Can't wait to see how they book that with her. But next thing we get is Nikki Bella versus Chelsea Green. And Nikki Bella, she still's got it. She still can carry a tune in the ring. Well, it was a really solid match between her and Chelsea Green. Of course, Chelsea Green, you know you gotta have the shenanigans with the Secret Herbis. And Nikki Bella ends up picking up the W, but right away attacked by Piper Niven and Alba Fire of the Secret Herbis, only for Stephanie Vaquer to come out and make the save. Really good match. And then we have the New Day backstage, and Adam Pearce is talking about how they're going to factor next week's Raw with the Judgment Day, and Grayson Waller is still backstage. Now, I wish they would break Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. But then he gets transitions right to the Judgment Day backstage. He's like, wait. I wanted you guys to be here. And talking about how Dom was outside in the ring. He's like, we're going to have a reevaluation with you next week. And it's going to basically set up AJ Styles versus Dom Mysterio at SummerSlam. A match that I cannot wait to see. I want to see where they're going to go with this whole angle of Dom being hurt as a work. So that is going to be interesting. Then you have Rusev versus Sheamus backstage. And basically Sheamus saying, this ain't over. You think that was the thing? You think that was it? No, we still got more. And Rusev is saying he wants gold. Then you have Gunther coming out cutting the promo, who he wants next, how the gauntlet match is going to be entertainment for him, is going to amuse him. And then Bron Breakker comes out, and Paul Heyman cuts a promo as it, you're looking at the next big thing, referencing Bron. You're looking at the big dog, referencing Roman. You're looking at the next World Heavyweight Champion. It's not an easy task, but Bron Breakker is going to be the next one to conquer you, basically at SummerSlam. And then we have the main event match with Bron Breakker being the number one already out there versus Penta. Solid match. You kind of knew Breakker was going to win this. He was going to win that match. Then you get number 2 with LA Knight, targeting the ribs that Seth and them targeted. Good match. Breakker wins. Then you get Jey Uso, and this is where you start in mentally. I start mentally, it's like, are they going to have Breakker run through this whole thing? And is he going to beat Jey Uso clean? And of course, he doesn't beat Jey Uso clean. And another solid match that Bronson Reed comes out to interrupt in, and then Bron Breakker ends up picking up the win. Then CM Punk. I was like, okay, are they going to have the Bron Breakker run through CM Punk? This is where I personally was like, are they going to have Bron Breakker and Gunther at SummerSlam? I think it might be too early for this, but I'm going to tune in for that. And then Bronson Reed gets involved. What a solid match. CM Punk still puts on phenomenal matches at the stage of his career. Then you get Bronson Reed trying to interfere, only for Jey Uso to come out and make the save to help my second city saying Chicago's own CM Punk pull out the W in this match, only for the Bronson Reed to Bron Breakkers to start attacking again. Looks up, we're setting up for a double tsunami when my tribal chief finally makes his return to take out Bronson Reed and to take out Bron Breakker. Now, with Seth Rollins being injured, or could it be a work? I don't know. But with Seth Rollins being injured, what is the next angle they're going to take with Roman Reigns? You got CM Punk set up for a match at Gunther at SummerSlam already. So that angle is already taken. Seth Rollins, if he's out, that's taken. What is going to be happening next? Could it be Roman and Jey versus Bron and Bronson? I think that will be a compelling match. If they go that route with Roman Reigns now basically returning, is he going to be on Raw? Who knows? Because we know Roman at this point of his career is basically a part-time. But, and you guys know I still love me some Roman Reigns. I love my tribal chief. Been a fan since before I've been a fan since the Big Dog days. But, nonetheless, this was a great Raw. This is one of the better Raws in a while, and I rate this at 9 out of. I rate this a 9, and a 9 is for the Gauntlet match. That was a really good Gauntlet match, and it told a good story. And you get the return of Roman Reigns taking out Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. It'd have been nice if it was Seth as well, but we shall see how that goes. And then you top of that, you get Naomi and Rhea and Io in a triple threat, which I cannot wait to see that match. This is overall a very good Raw. I give it a 9. It was entertaining the entire night. The promos were good, and you get the return of Roman Reigns. I don't like that OTC one thing. I'm waiting to see what they're going to do with that. Either way it goes, Monday Night Raw, 9 out of 10. Tribal Chief returns, and you get a good night, and you get more build-up into SummerSlam, and you get CM Punk versus Gunther, a match that I've been waiting to see for quite a while. But I'll give my thoughts on that in the SummerSlam preview. But that's all I have. Make sure you guys leave this video a like. Comment your thoughts down below. Share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll get out of here. APW Sports signing out. Peace.